Hare Krishna, Prabhujis and Matajis. Thank you for joining. My name is Patita Pavan Balram Das. I'm from the Bhakti Riksha team. We are in the Bhagavad Gita summary study program. We completed until 16 chapters. We have to read chapter 17 today. Let me share my screen. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, Guruji.
So we are in the summary study. We cannot go through complete details of all chapters. So we are in the summary study where we are going to give a high-level overview of each chapter to spark the interest of everyone to read Bhagavad Gita in detail. Before we discuss about any spiritual topics, we have to say a few prayers. So please, everyone unmute and say along with me. We'll say that together. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we are dedicating this program to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. He is the founder Acharya of ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. We are inspired to do this program by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. He is a senior member in ISKCON and a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. We have been doing this program with glorification of Bhagavad Gita. We will do also today by starting by glorifying Bhagavad Gita. Please say after me. Yashrunoti cha Gitartham
Yashrunoti cha Gitartham
Kirtayati eva yah param
Kirtayati eva yah param
Sravayech cha parartham
Sravayescha parartham
Vai sa prayati param padam.
Sa prayati param padam.
Translation, anyone?
One who attentively hears and sings the glory of the purport of the Gita, or reiterates that purport to others, such a person attains to the supreme destination.
Jai, thank you. So we have been reading about all the glories, right? If you see whether we read, hear, sing, or if we pick one verse and keep singing the verses, that's also fine because Bhagavad Gita is a song, song composed by Krishna. Means it's in very poetic manner. Or even if you preach, everything is beneficial. It will take us to the supreme destination. So we'll do a quick recap after of chapter 16. Anyone remembers the name of the chapter?
The divine and demonic natures.
Jai, Haribol.
Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga.
Vibhaga means classification, Daiva means divine, and Asura means demoniac. So the divine and the demoniac. Jai. So what? Yeah. So what did Krishna say to Arjuna? There are two kinds of created beings. One is the divine and one is the demoniac. And the divine qualities we read, which are the fearlessness, all these great qualities, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, following the basic injunctions, compassion towards other living beings, somewhat a few of those which I'm highlighting. And what is the quality of the demoniac? They feel proud about the wealth they have or the position they have in the society, and they always seek honor, and they think everything is mine, everything belongs to me, and they do go to whatever means to acquire the things that they want. They make they people they consider some people who are against their self-interest as their enemies, and they do whatever to suppress their enemies. They think they are the enjoyer. Everything is for them, this whole world, and they feel perfect, happy, and powerful. And in that pride, they also perform a few sacrifices and charity. Some people you see they are very rich, and some people, if someone goes ask them for charity, they will throw with left hand and say, "Go and enjoy," like that, and without any uh, respect, or without any like without any concern with what they are doing. It complete pride, and we'll read that more in this today's chapter also. What kind of the charity and sacrifices some people in that demoniac nature perform. And then we read what are the three modes of three gates that lead one to hell. We know the Arishad Vargas, the six anarthas, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Out of those, the first three are the ones that Krishna says will lead the living entity to hellish planets. And before that, he was saying about the animalistic life. So, if we don't use our human form of life for self-realization and live like an animal, and whatever state of mind a person leaves the body, that state they are going to achieve for sure. So they will go to animalistic life. But the problem is, it's not a direct jump. There we have to whoever is falling down from a human form of life to animalistic life, they'll have to go through these hellish planets. They will get a body that will keep us, that will be suitable for the hellish planets, where they will get so much misery, and then they again come to the earthly planet as animal in animalistic form. And then what else we read? Yeah, so basically the demoniac people, they discard the scriptural injunctions and act according to their own whims, and there is no happiness or perfection for them. On the other hand, the divine, those who are the Daiva Guna, means they have the divine nature. They understand what is their duty and what is not their duty by following the rules and regulations in the scriptures, and they gradually get elevated. So today we will see from chapter 17 the divisions of faith. So what did we just read from chapter 16? Krishna said there are essentially two kinds of beings. Who are they? The divine and the demoniac. Towards the end of the chapter, how did he categorize them? He categorized them based on their faith in the scriptures. Divine people have complete faith in the scriptures and follow the rules and regulations mentioned in them. On the other hand, demoniac people have no faith in the scriptures and completely disregard the rules and regulations mentioned in them. So we have two things mentioned here, right? One is the faith and one is the scriptures. So divine people have faith and they also follow the rules and regulations in the scriptures. On the other hand, the demoniac, they don't have faith in the scriptures and also they don't follow the scriptures. So basically a pretty black and white concept, easy to understand. You have the divine and you have the demoniac. They have faith and follow the scriptures. They don't have faith, they don't follow the scriptures. Then what is Arjuna asking in this chapter then? The divisions of faith. Arjuna is asking about the gray area. It's not completely black and white, right? So we have in some things some lot of shades of gray. What are the shades of gray Arjuna is asking about? Oh, Krishna, what about all those people who have faith, but they come up with their own imaginative processes? Or someone else comes up and they follow those which are not prescribed in the scriptures. He's saying that what about those people who do have faith, either out of ignorance or pride or whatever reason? they don't follow the ones that are mentioned in the scriptures, but they come up with their own things and they follow that. So let's see what Arjuna is saying. Arjuna Uvacha
Arjuna Vacha.
Ye Shastra Vidim Utsrujya
Yesha
Yeshastra
vidam
Vidhi
Krishya
Vikrishya.
Yajante Shraddhayanvitaha
yajante
Yajante
shraddhayanvitaha
Shraddhayanvitaha.
Tesham Nishtatu Ka Krishna
tesham
Tesham
nishtatu ka
Nishtatu
Krishna
Krishna.
Sattvam Aho Rajastamaha.
sattvam
Sattvam
aho rajastamaha.
Rajastamaha.
Anyone wants to read the translation?
Arjuna inquired, O Krishna, what is the situation of those who do not follow the principles of scripture but worship according to their own imagination? Are they in goodness, in passion, or in ignorance? Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you. So, that people in between, they have faith, but their faith is in the wrong place. They put faith in either some imaginary processes, or they think that, oh, that person is following the scriptures, but let me do something else that also will be giving me benefit. But that is not as per the scriptures. And Arjuna, being a good student, what did he do? He applied the concepts that he learned so far. What are those concepts? That everything in this material world is categorized into three modes: mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. So Arjuna is applying that knowledge here. So people, we are all in this material world and we do have different faiths. Um, and Arjuna is applying that knowledge. So Krishna, tell me, what about those people whose faith is not as per the scriptures? Are they in the mode of goodness or passion or ignorance? What is Krishna saying? Shri Bhagavan Vacha
श्रीभगवानुवाच
Trivida Bhavati Shraddha
त्रिविधा
Trivida
भवति
Bhavati
श्रद्धा
Shraddha.
Dehinam Sa Swabhavaja
देहिनां सा
Dehinam
स्वभावजा
Sasvabhavachaya.
Satviki Rajasi Chaiva
Satviki
सात्विकी
Rajasi
राजसी चैव
Chaiva
Chaivam.
Tamasi Cheti Tam Shrunu.
Tamasi
तामसी
Tamasi
Seti
चेति
Tam
Chaivam
Shrunu.
Tamsana.
Translation anyone?
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, according to the modes of material nature, the
Oh,
modes of nature.
you are also a good student applying. Okay, go ahead.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, according to the modes of nature acquired by the embodied soul, one's fate can be of three kinds: in goodness, in passion, or in ignorance. Now hear about this.
Jai, three times Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. So you are applying that material nature is material nature. Yes. So what Krishna is saying? Krishna is saying that based on the body that we have, our faith is also classified into three modes. So this is the question that a lot of people ask, right? Why there are so many faiths in this world, and who is correct, who is wrong? And Krishna is saying, yes, each of the people, the body is made of. We get different bodies based on the mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. Based on the body we get, we also develop different faiths. Why? Because he's classifying it further. He's saying that our faith is based on these factors. What are those? Who we worship, what food we eat, what austerities and penances we perform, what sacrifices and charitable activities we perform. So think about it, right? So different people in the different world have different food habits, and the food we eat, we also develop a body that is according to the food we eat, which we'll read in this chapter. And based on the time, place, circumstance, there are people who worship to different demigods or different aspects in the different world. So, and similarly, based on the rules, things that they're told by their elders or parents and the society norms, they perform different austerities, penances, sacrifices, and charitable activities, which may not always be as per the Vedic injunctions. So that's why this gives rise to so many different types of faith in this world. Just like we have so many colors of shades of gray. We have so many different types of faith. So let's Krishna will, and this section being the Jnana Yoga section where everything is very much analyzed in detail. So Krishna is going to further break these things for us. So first, he is going to discuss about the worship. Yajante satvika devan
यजन्ते सात्विका देवान्
yaksha rakshasmi rajasaha
Yaksharakshansmi
यक्षरक्षांसि
Rajasaha
pretan bhuta ganamschanye
प्रेतान्
Pretanbhutaganansmanye
भूतगणांश्चान्ये
yajante tamasa janaha.
Yajante Tamasa Janaha.
Translation.
And in the mode of God, of goodness, worship the demigods. Those in the mode of passion worship the demons, and those in the mode of ignorance worship ghosts and spirits.
Jai, thank you. So what did we understand? Those who we worship is one of the categories sub classification, right? So in the worship, it is classified into three sections: mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. If we are approaching demigods, then we are in the we are worshiping in the mode of goodness. So all the if we go to temple and worship, that is all in the mode of goodness. But if we are worshipping the demons means who? We read in the previous chapter, right? People who don't follow who don't have faith and don't follow the Vedic injunctions, who are all the atheistic men in the society, whether they could be politicians or businessmen or even educated people who are not following the injunctions and they have this pride and exploitative nature. People who worship the demoniac men are in the mode of passion. Why do we approach men? Because you see a lot of people, right? We they worship the celebrities, we worship all those people, and we worship the politicians. Why? Because we want benefit from them. Either we want to show off that I'm a great person, or I know these people, or I have this kind of taste, and all those reasons. And so they are actually tangible. So people who worship approach the politicians for some material benefits. They worship those men, but if those politicians are corrupt, then they are basically worshipping in the mode of passion. And there are other category of people. What they do this black magic and or do this things that are completely forbidden, and which is they worship the ghosts and spirit for uh, powers that they can use against others to destroy them or cause them misery and all. Now let's look at the second category, the food. Uh, Anyone wants to read one paragraph?
foods dear to
Go on, Mataji.
foods dear to those in the mode of goodness increase the duration of life, purify one's existence, and give strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Such foods are juicy, fatty, wholesome, and pleasing to the heart.
Thank you, Mataji. Next, anyone else?
Foods that are too bitter, too sour, salty, hot, pungent, dry, and burning are dear to those in the mode of passion. Such foods cause distress, misery, and disease. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Next.
Food prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten, food that is tasteless, decomposed, and putrid, and food consisting of remnants and untouchable things is dear to those in the mode of darkness.
Jay, thank you. So, food is also classified into three sections. What are those? Mode of goodness means something that is juicy, wholesome, fatty, pleasing to the heart. And what is the effect of eating that food? It increases our duration of life and purify our body, also give us strength, health, and satisfaction. What are the examples of those? All the juicy fruits, wholesome grains, fatty foods like milk, yogurt, and which are pleasing to the heart means they are not those vegetables are either sweet or like that, but not too bitter, not sour like that. And why it increases the duration of life? Because Ayurveda also says, right, which it creates a balance in those fruits and vegetables are good for health, and that once we eat those food, it will be helpful for us. And foods in the mode of passion are similar to those, but they have extremes: too bitter, too sour, too pungent, too salty, too hot, too spicy, too burning, and like all the chilies, just hot sauces, or too much bitter food like that. And what it causes is misery, like we read in the modes of material nature, right? Whoever is in the mode of passion, they will get more lot of misery and distress and disease because of those things. And what happens if we eat in the mode of ignorance? It is tasteless, decomposed, means that is left over for a long time and it is spoiled. It's portrayed food consisting of remnants of untouchable things. Untouchable things in the Vedas are something that is of a dead body. So, which is indicating here all the meat. So meat is also considered to be untouchable, and anything food that is made of meat is causes us sleep, laziness, no mercy. Like mercy is the wrong word. So yeah, it will cause laziness and everything. What is it here? So, yeah. The next one is sacrifice. So let's read the sacrifice. I'll read the first one. Of sacrifices, the sacrifice performed according to the directions of the scriptures as a matter of duty by those who desire no reward is of the nature of goodness. Anyone wants to read the second one?
But the
But the
sacrifice performed for the
Yeah, go
but
ahead,
the
Dhruv.
sacrifice performed for the some material benefit or for the sake of pride or chief of the Bharatas, you should know to be in the mode of passion.
Jay, thank you. Next.
Any sacrifice performed without regard for the directions of scripture, without distribution of prasadam, spiritual food, without chanting of Vedic uh, hymns, and remunerations to the priests, and without faith, is considered to be in the mode of ignorance.
Jay, thank you, everyone. So, what is the sacrifice that is performed in the mode of goodness? It should be done as a matter of duty without any desire for rewards. So, that is in the mode of goodness. Anything that is done in the we already read about the sacrifice, right? Anything done for the satisfaction of Vishnu without anything in return is what is Krishna is also saying, that is in the mode of goodness. But people do sacrifices for some material benefit, like we go to the temple, we perform sacrifice so that Krishna will give us the, whoever we are approaching the demigod with that sacrifice, they will get some benefit, some material benefit. Those are in the mode of passion. And the sacrifice done in the mode of ignorance is which is against the Vedic injunctions. Going back to the same thing, what the demoniac people do, they don't follow the injunctions in the Veda scriptures. Scripture says that whenever there is a sacrifice, you have to offer prasadam to the Brahmins. Of course, these two categories they do that. Here, if you see mode of goodness and passion, they do follow the Vedic injunctions, but the motive behind or the motivation behind that sacrifice is different. So, in the goodness, there is no motivation for any desire for material benefit, but in the passion, there is a motivation for material benefit. But in the ignorance, uh, they don't follow the Vedic injunctions. There is no distribution of prasadam, there is no chanting of Vedic mantras, there is no renovation for the priest, and it is completely in the mode of ignorance that we just read. No reward for the sake of pride, performed with no distribution of prasad, no chanting without faith. Now let's go to the austerity and penance. So we covered so far worship, food, and sacrifice. Three more are remaining. What are those? Austerity, penance, and charity. So we'll read it, austerity and penance. This threefold austerity is performed with a transcendental faith by men not expecting material benefit but engaged only for the sake of supreme is called austerity in the good mode of goodness. Anyone wants to read?
Penance performed out of pride and for the sake of gaining respect, honor, and worship is said to be in the mode of passion. It is neither stable nor permanent.
Next.
Persons perform out the foolish with self torture, or the destroy or injure others, is said to be in the mood of
Ignorance.
ignorance.
Jai, thank you. So, 1 second. Yeah. So, what did we read about those? If it is done with transcendental faith, not expecting. So, same thing. You can understand this. If we are working in this life, or whatever work we do, whatever activities that we perform, if we are not expecting any material benefit, we are already performing it in the mode of goodness. If we have motivations of any desire for material benefit, whether it is tangible or intangible, subtle ones like pride, honor, those are all in the mode of passion. And if we do activities out of foolishness without following the injunctions, those are in the mode of ignorance. So same thing, even penances. Some people do penance, like if we are doing penances means like vratas. If we are doing any Ekadashi vrata, it only pleases the Supreme Lord. But then some people they come up with their own thing, like, oh, let me fast on every 15 days, like every week Saturday, and they say that, oh, I'm fasting, and they eat all in the morning all fruits and vegetables, and in the they load everything in the morning, and then they say they're fasting. But whatever, it's done out of not for the Vedic injunctions, but they do out of respect, to gain respect or honor or worship of to get worship from others, that they are doing austerity. That is in the mode of passion. But the penance then in the mode of foolishness is self-torture. Some people, they pierce their skin, and they also do some penances, like, I'm going to fast so that my neighbor is going to have some problems, or this relative of mine is causing trouble, so I'm going to go and approach this goddess or god, who is going to cause that and ask that desire for other person to get misery. Those are all the things in the mode of ignorance. And in terms of austerity, there is also three kinds of austerities, which is mentioned as the austerities of the mind, austerities of the speech, and austerities of the body. Manasa, Vacha, Kaya, like Karmana, right? So that is what it is. So from the body, austerities of the body consist of the worship of the Supreme Lord, the Brahmanas, the spiritual master, and superiors like the father and mother, and in cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy, and non-violence. So, like again, Bhagavad Gita is like the guidebook, right? Whether we take up the process of chanting and approaching the Supreme Lord right away or not, we can use many of the things to at least keep our path in the right way, which is uh, in alignment with the Vedic injunctions and as per the Dharma. What it says, if we are using our body, if we are in respecting our superiors, our father and mother, the spiritual master, Brahmanas, and the Supreme Lord, and we are always keeping it clean, simple, simple means again eating simple food, celibate and non-violent, then our body is considered to be very austere. Similarly, austerity of the speech is austerity of speech consists of speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also in regularly reciting Vedic literature. So we have to. It is mentioned that Sevan Mukehi Jihvadav means the devotional service starts with the tongue. And also it is mentioned Vacho Vegam, Jihva Vegam means some of the things that make us fall in terms of our progress is our inability to control the tongue and inability to control the speech. So we have to be very careful in terms of what we speak. Austerity is required. We have to speak only the things that are truthful, pleasing and beneficial to others, and not agitating to others. And we should always keep using our tongue and speech to regularly recite the Vedic scriptures like Bhagavad Gita and everything. And what is the austerity of the mind? Always being satisfied. But we read, right? How is satisfaction going to come? We have two things. Everybody has two things. One is the desires, and one is the difficulties. Is there anyone in this call who doesn't have desires? Can raise their hand. Anyone in this call who doesn't have difficulties can raise their hand. We have both. For desires, we can work and fulfill our desires, although we realize sooner or later that those desires are giving us only temporary benefit. But what is happening with the difficulties? Just having our desires fulfilled will not give us satisfaction. It will give temporary happiness. But real satisfaction comes when our difficulties are also gone. When difficulties are gone, we'll become peaceful. So when we have both happiness and peace, we become completely satisfied. So that satisfaction, in order for us to come, it again goes back to approaching the Supreme Lord, reading the scriptures and everything. And mind should not be having so many complicated thoughts. We should be very simple. We should be grave. Self-control is important. Controlling of the senses is one of the aspects we studied in the previous chapters 2 and 3. Purification of one's existence by chanting. If we are engaging our mind in devotional service, then it is considered to be the austerities of the mind. So we read this. Yeah, we read this. Sacrifice.
So
Yeah.
austerities.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Austerities is the practices, right, Prabhuji? Tapas.
Austerities means tapa, means practices. Austerities and penances go hand in hand with each other. Penances can be considered as vratas that we do. Austerities is something that are also activities, but take us further. Means, yeah, that's good. Brings up a good point. Austerity will keep us on the path of follow the spiritual injunctions. If we do penances, we make our progress faster. As long as we are austere, our level is maintained in terms of the scriptures, Vedic injunctions. But if we perform penances, we approach the spiritual lot faster. Like the penances example is Ekadashi Vrata. If we don't follow the Ekadashi Vrata, no problem. But it is a problem if we go against the scriptures. On the other hand, if we follow the Ekadashi Vrata on top of the austerities that we already do, then our progress is much faster. So austerities will keep us steady progress, and penances will take us faster towards the Supreme. I hope that answered. Okay. The next one is
Thanks, Prabhuji. Penance.
Yeah,
Just penance, is it yagna or no?
no, yagna is sacrifice that we read, right? Those
Sacrifice.
are sacrifice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So last one is charity, dana. Charity is given out of duty without expectation of return at proper time and place, and to worthy person is considered to be in the mode of goodness. But charity performed with expectation, and if anyone wants to read, unmute and read, I will stop. But charity performed with the expectation of some return or with a desire for fruitive results or in a grudging mood is said to be charity in the mode of passion. And charity performed at an impure place at an improper time to unworthy persons or without proper attention and respect is said to be in the mode of ignorance. Remember, like we read about the demoniac people, how they perform charity. This is where it is also coming again. If we same thing, if we do it out of duty without anything in expecting anything in return, proper time and place, that is, and to the worthy persons. This is very, very important. People perform charity and they think that they did a great service or they did great uh, and they did good activities. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Charity performed at the proper time and place to worthy person is what is important. We cannot, worthy persons are the people like Brahmanas and self-realized people, sannyasis, brahmacharis, Vaishnavas, whoever you come across who don't have a means of supporting themselves, but they are dedicated their life to the spread of Krishna consciousness or self-realization in the society. Those are the worthy people. We have to do charity to them. Uh, not people who are like standing on the road and then saying, because we don't know what they are going to use that money for. Because we have to understand. So we have to understand that these activities that are mentioned here will bring us results. If we do it in the mode of goodness, it will be removing our sins. If we do it in the mode of passion, it will bring either good or bad reactions. If we do it in mode of ignorance, it will take us lower and lower in the uh, species of life and even in the planetary system. So, and what is a charity if we are expecting something in return out of fruitive results and encouraging mood? Then it is charity in the mode of passion. If we don't want to give, don't give. But instead, why have a grudging mood and give the? If someone comes and asks for charity, if we are not interested, we should tell them we are not interested. But instead, if we have a grudging mood and give that, then it will be considered in the mode of passion and it will give us bad reactions. And if we are done doing it in the impure place and improper time to unworthy persons, let's say somebody is standing next to the road and asking, please give some money, and you, out of your kindness, you give them money. What are they going to use? Who knows? They are going to use it on alcohol or drugs or whatever. Why risk that? And we have to pay the price for that. So we have to understand where our money is going. We have to ask them, hey, I'm going to give. And same thing, like even if in India somebody comes and says we are going to do Ganesh Chaturthi and we are going to host, set up a statue, please give us money. You give them money. Out of that, maybe 10% goes towards it, and remaining 90% goes for any other activities that. I'm not saying everybody is like that, but there are people like that. So we have to be very careful. We have to take those reactions, right? Otherwise, um, yeah, if they do some bad activities, all those reactions we have to take because our money was helping them do those activities. We have to inquire who are the people who we are going to help, how are they going to use our money, and we have to give them in a proper mode without expecting any name, fame, or anything. Some people do that with expectations of name, fame. They put their big names in the places where they do the charity. Those also are not bad, like in the mode of ignorance, but then we have to understand either they bring good results or bad results. And we have to take the results, enjoy the fruits of those results. But charity performed in the mode of ignorance is always bad. So that I think, yeah. So mode of goodness is given dutifully, no expectation in return, proper time, place to worthy people. Passion is with some expectation of return, either name, fame, or honor, like that. Desire for fruits and encouraging more. In the ignorance is improper time, place, unworthy persons, and without any attention. So remember, like we read in the previous 16th chapter, the demonic people uh, have so much pride, they don't even pay respect to who people they are giving charity, and they do it with so much disrespect. And closing the chapter, Krishna says, Om Tat Sat. So any activity, or we have to discuss so many activities, right? Which is the worship, food that we eat, the austerities that we perform, the penances that we perform, the sacrifices that we do, the charities that we do. From the beginning of creation, the three words Om Tat Sat were used to indicate the supreme absolute truth. These three symbolic representations were used by Brahmanas while chanting the hymns of the Vedas and during sacrifices for the satisfaction of Supreme, which means that any of these activities that we do, if we use the words Om Tat Sat, it becomes fully pure. Of course, it has to be performed in the mode of goodness because it has to follow the Vedic injunctions. Om is the transcendental sound, and any activity, if we in the mode of goodness, if we start with Om, it will bring us benefits. And Om Tat means what is the uh, activity that we are doing, which for whom we are doing. That is for the absolute truth. And Sat means Tat means the activity and the motivation, which is to get devotional service. And there are two things, which is Sat and Asat. Anything that is in this material world is Asat, and anything in the supreme spiritual world is Sat. If we perform these activities, it will take us, or the Supreme Lord will take us through to the Sat, the spiritual platform. The absolute truth is the objective of devotional service, and it is indicated by the word Sat. The performer of such sacrifice is also called Sat, uh, as are all the works of sacrifice, penance, and charity, which, true to the absolute nature, are performed to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, O Son of Pritha. And finally, is concluding his giving the differentiation between Sat and Asat. And we also, in the previous um, classes, we read that there is a Vedic mantra, right? What is that? Asatoma Sat Gamaya. From Asat to Sat, Gamaya means to go. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, from the mode of Tamasoma means from the ignorance, go towards the Jyoti, light, knowledge. Mrityorma Amrutam Gamaya. In this material world, we are always going through the cycle of birth and death. But if we go to the spiritual world, there is no death. It is always completely life. I mean, always there is no death there. The spirit soul will be in its natural position, and the soul has no death. Then finally it says Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, means only then peace will come, otherwise peace will not come. Anything done as a sacrifice, charity, or penance without faith in the Supreme or Son of Pritha is impermanent. It is called asat and is useless both in this life and the next life. So what is we understand is we should not be performing all these activities in the mode of passion and ignorance, because they are in the mode of they are in the asat platform, and they will not help us either in this life or in the next life also. And the easiest thing we can do, which gives all the benefits, is chanting. Even if one distributes 10 million cows in charity during an eclipse of the sun, lives at the confluence of the Ganges and Yamuna for millions of
Hare
years.
Krishna. Hare Krishna, I need
Hare
the
Krishna,
fine.
Prabhuji. Yeah, okay, Prabhuji. I'll wrap this and I did not
No,
see that you joined.
I can you take a break? I can chip in and I can finish it off. I need to
Yes,
join up.
yeah.
So thank you very much for all of you joining these classes. It's very wonderful. Every week you are joining and attending these classes with a great enthusiasm. Tomorrow is our last day. I request all of you to complete your 18-day quizzes, all the quizzes. If not, Patitapan bro, please post all 18 links in one shot so that they will
Oh,
get.
okay. Yeah, I'll post them, Prabhuji.
Today or tomorrow, you can post that 18 links in one shot and remain them until Saturday morning. Saturday morning, 9 a.m., all the quizzes will be locked. So after 9 a.m., you cannot submit. And Sunday morning, 10 a.m., whoever is residing, whoever is staying, whoever is living near to New Jersey area, we are encouraging all of you to come in person and take the certificate physical copy. If you are far away from New Jersey, we will deliver the certificate in a digital version. And on December 15th, December 14th is the deadline for the quiz submission. December 14th, Saturday, 9 a.m. is the deadline. And December 15th, we are doing a big celebration in Ved Mandir from morning 10 a.m. onwards. There will be a big fire sacrifice, Yagna, Gita Yagna we are doing. We will recite all 700 Bhagavad Gita slokas. You all can come and participate. And also we are giving various opportunities like you can become a Yagnapati by sponsoring 1 chapter, 2 chapter. In return, you will get Bhagavad Gita books. So I encourage all of you keep your Sunday schedule is free and come and join, participate this wonderful Gita Mahayagna. It's very auspicious for the pleasure of Krishna and for the purification of ourselves. If you all come and chant and perform these yagnas, it will purify us. So I encourage all of you come and join those yagnas. And if you are affordable, you can sponsor Patitapan Prabhu will share the flyer, how to register for the Igna sponsorship and all the stuff. Any questions, comments about this course you can share? And also I want to know, how do you want to continue your Gita journey? So tomorrow course will be over. How do you want to continue? We need to have some association, right? To have the same vibration. How do you want to continue? What is your plans? We are providing various services. Number one, in-person Bhaktarukshas. In case if you are living near to Edison, Piscataway, these areas, or Monteville, we have Bhaktarukshas all over the place. We can connect you nearby Bhaktaruksha. In person, you can go and take some association. In case if that is not possible, we have online version. Same Bhaktaruksha will take Sunday evening, 8 to 9 p.m. every Sunday evening. Also, we have every Sunday morning, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. we have Ved Mandir programs. There, everybody will come, or anybody can come, and there is a kids Gurukul classes also. You can enroll kids Gurukul classes. All are free, and afternoon we will serve lunch prasadam. 1 p.m. lunch prasadam will be served. So, how do you want, and how do you want to continue? Please share your thoughts.
Prabhuji, this Sunday that you're having this Gita Yajna, can we also participate in the chanting?
Yeah, happily, everyone.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. If you want to chant, you need to chant in a particular meter, particular rhythm. So you need to practice. Some team is practicing, last 3-4 days they are practicing. In case any one of you interested, please contact Kalindi Gopi Kantapriya. She will help you to train in that particular meter, particular rhythm, so that each chapter we assigned 3-4 people, so everybody has to go in same rhythm. Yeah, go ahead. Anybody else? How do you want to continue your spiritual journey? Coming back to that.
Prabhuji, can you post that meter on the WhatsApp group?
It's a not so easy, Prabhu. I recommend you to join those classes, because lot of iterations need to go through how to pronounce all those things. We want to present it properly, because we are expecting around 150 to 200 devotees, so we don't want to mess it up. In case if you're really interested, join that WhatsApp group, and she will train you in that meter, and we need to pronounce certain things in certain way, so that will be good.
So on online, some are there. So I just want to know whether that is the ISKCON only one is one chanting meter is there. I just wanted to know whether that is the one you are following or something else is there.
I don't know, Prabhu. That is not led by me. So you need to contact Kalindi if you need. Yeah. So.
Okay.
So the new devotees who joined, right, who have been consistently joining from the last 17 programs, do you find this beneficial, and are you interested in continuing the study of Bhagavad Gita in detail?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Very nice.
So how do you want to continue, Mataji? And we have various options, right? In-person Bhakti-Vriksha, online, and Ved Mandir programs. So what is your option?
Prabhuji, online would be preferable, because like this timing was perfect, because after work and after housework,
So where do you live, Mataji?
I live in Montville.
Montville. Okay. So Montville, in that case, Lalita Govinda Mataji and Madhuri Mataji, they have in-person, right, on Sunday evenings. Are you going to those classes? Not Sunday, Friday evenings?
No, Prabhuji, this is my first class with this institution.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who gave? Okay, note down Mataji number and Mataji interest, Prabhuji, Patit Pawan Prabhu. So you need to post all these details in the teachers group so that we will add them to respective groups and respective teams.
Yeah, I got Prabhuji, I got through this. There was a Montville group and they had posted this, and that is how I joined here.
Okay, so Montville, near to the train station, near to that, what is train station in the Montville nearby?
Tobacco, Prabhuji.
Tobacco.
Tobacco train station, we have this Bhaktiruksha in-person classes every Friday evening 7 to 9 p.m. So if you are living nearby that, I recommend you go there in person. If not, you can join on Sunday online.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
In person will be more effective because you can meet the devotees, you can take prasadam. Yeah, so many interactions will be there, so many exchanges, loving exchanges will be there between the devotees. So it will be more effective.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, Shilpa Mataji is living in Montevalli, either online or in person. Bhaktiruksha is good. Yeah, write down that one, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, where in Piscataway can we go?
Piscataway, Rivendell villages, Mataji.
Oh, okay. Rivendell, okay. And
So
these classes are held every Sunday, or is it?
Every Wednesday evening, 7:15 to 9 p.m. Mataji.
Okay.
So you are interested in Wednesday's classes?
Yeah, I just had my baby like 2 weeks ago, so I'm still figuring out my schedule, Prabhuji.
Oh, wonderful!
So
Congratulations.
So
thank you. Yeah,
your baby is
he was
also
born
getting
listening to the Bhagavad Gita.
Wow.
wonderful. Prahlad, Junior Prahlad. Do one thing, Mataji. I will add you both online group and that in-person group.
Okay.
Whatever you are comfortable, you can join.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. And this will also be just in English, or
English.
like my mother-in-law takes the Tamil classes of Bhagavad Gita. If she also wants to join for a couple more.
Meenakshi Mataji.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, just now I came from Tamil.
Oh.
Okay, so she's wonderful. So let her, she can also join.
Okay.
And Ramya Mataji, please add her both online version and Piscataway Bhaktiruksha.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Yeah, kids will support Mataji. I started my journey when my daughter was like that. So just my daughter took birth, and after that I took Bhagavad Gita classes, and now she's growing. Now she's going to high school. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Prabhuji, you're talking about like how to continue the journey. So I just want to know the Bhagavad Gita. Actually, as per our like the Sanatana Dharma tradition, there are six darshanas. That is the Yoga, Sankhya, Vaisheshika, Nyaya Vaisheshika, and Purva Mimamsa and Uttara Mimamsa. So he's in that in this maybe I'm not sure if you have a detailed Bhagavad Gita, if you are like doing like every week or something. So is there an attempt to actually view or look at the philosophy of the Gita from these six ancient Indian philosophies?
Yes, Prabhuji. It will be there. So I'll come to you at the end. Let me go through Archisha Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, I have been attending the in-person classes on Sundays. Actually, I have registered with my daughter's phone. That is why it is reflecting as Archisha. My name is Deep Shikha.
Okay.
I'm attending the Ved Mandir, yeah. So
No
otherwise, I have decided to pursue with the upcoming classes on Sundays.
Okay.
Sunday
So
evening.
make Mataji, Deepshita Mataji will be online Ved Mandir classes plus online batch Sunday night.
Yes.
Okay. Anu Prabhu, Annapurna Mataji, Prakash Sahu, Murali Yarra, Harini. Okay.
And I think Vijay Kartikeya's father, he sent a message. Not sure if the right age at the time concluding gap sessions. It's no.
Yes,
So Yeah, the programs will have both kids session and the adults session. Kids will benefit a lot from these Bhakti Riksha programs where we have dedicated material for grooming the kids.
Prabhuji, my
Okay.
name is Meghna and Prakash Sahu is my husband name. So I just want to know, actually, we are living in Florida. Recently, we moved from Pennsylvania to Florida. So is there any classes or anything like that going nearby to Florida Parkland or no?
Yes, Mataji, everywhere we have. I recommend you attend Sunday night 8 to 9 classes for some time. Once you have some deep understanding, I will connect you to the Florida nearby temple. We have Alachua center is there, and we have Miami center is there. We have many temples are there. Orlando center is there. I don't know where address.
Actually, we are living in Parkland. So
Which
There
is
must be, yeah, there must be some groups. But for now, I recommend you join for some days online classes. Once you get more familiarity, I'll connect you to the local center.
And for kids, there is any online classes or no, nothing for online classes for kids?
Okay. So do one thing. You join online. In parallel, send me your address. I'll
Okay.
connect you the local center where you can join your kids also there.
Okay. Okay.
I'll help
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yes, Murali Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I'm part of the Bhakti Riksha group from Lekha Mataji and Mamta Mataji, so we attend as a family.
So you came on last Friday to that Bhakti Riksha?
No, Prabhuji, we had to go to New York for the kids' doctor appointment, right? So Vijay Prabhuji mentioned that you visited and we missed the class, right? So, but we go to the Sunday school as well in ISKCON Tobacco, right? And
Yeah. So
I met you in the Gita Nagari farm this summer.
yeah. You came that picnic, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Prabhu, keep continue. I recommend you to go that Lekha Mataji's Bhakti Riksha regularly. So don't try to miss. That will give a lot of detailed vision of Bhagavad Gita and detailed knowledge. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anybody else? Anu Gupta, Vijay, Ramya.
I got the information about what I've been looking for, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Yes.
yeah, Anu Mataji.
Same with me. I was looking for a basic informational course on Gita, so I was able to get that, and at this point, I think I'm satisfied with the learning that I've got.
Where are you living, Mataji? Where are you staying?
I live in Morris County, New Jersey, Florham Park.
Okay. So I recommend associate with one group. Why? Because this journey we cannot go on our own. If you are trying to go alone, it will be very difficult to travel. If you are with a group, it's easy to travel. Like in the winter time, all the birds will fly from America to India and some other tropical places. And again, they will come back in the summer. But one bird cannot fly. A group of birds can fly. Similarly, we are so much so entangled with so many mayas, so many temptations in this material world. So unless until if we don't have a constant association, we will forget it next week or after 2 weeks.
That's true.
We will not have we will not remember anything. You will, oh, I read. So I recommend you to join one of the teams and continue your journey. That is my advice. Up to you.
Thank you for that. No, I'll definitely think about it.
Yeah, please. We are here to serve you. We are all doing all these efforts voluntarily. We are not charging anything.
Yeah, no, that's I really appreciate it. So this was excellent, and
Okay, no problem, Mataji. Take your time, but my recommendation is that but decision is yours. I cannot force you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so I will hand it over back to Patita
Over to
Pawan.
you.
So let's chant 3 times Haribol for Patita Pawan Prabhu. Patita Pawan Prabhu lives in Ohio. He's one of our student, very sincere student. I asked him, Prabhuji, can you help? I'm completely packed with so many other activities. Can you take care of this? Immediately he jumped and he took up and he preaching last 17 days, and tomorrow also he will give class. We are very fortunate to have Patita Pawan Prabhu in this batch. He's very well versed and he's a Bhakti Sastri completed. So let's chant Patita Pawan Prabhu by thanking him, by giving his time for all of us. 3 times
Hari
Haribol.
bol.
Haribol.
Bol,
Hari
Hari
bol,
bol,
Hari
Haribol,
bol,
Hari
Haribol,
Hari bol.
Haribol.
I just want to take the opportunity and say thanks to Gopikanta Krishna Prabhuji for giving the opportunity, and whatever I was able to learn is because of his care only. Like I was in New Jersey for 4 years, and in those 4 years, when I met him, it's a complete transformation. Like that is before we met him and after we met him. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so we all try to serve each other and grow nicely in the path of spiritual life. Okay, Hare Krishna.
I have a quick question on the
Hare
quizzes.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
In so you said Saturday morning at 9 a.m. is the cutoff for submission,
yes, Mataji.
right? And then like to get the certification, is there like a minimum that you should be able to pass, or
It is mainly for testing that you understood. If you or Chloe, if you make one or two mistakes, that's fine. But I will reach out and tell why that is a different answer, so you
okay,
don't have to worry about.
okay, thank you.
Okay, and I'm trying to arrange some gifts also. If you all put efforts, I'll take. We have 6 batches, 6 languages. So whoever got top scores, 1, 2, you will get nice gifts as well. So
Wow.
all your efforts and try to submit quiz nicely. So and
And
also
I'm sorry, you may have mentioned this, but where was the Sunday morning event happening?
Ved
Where
Mandir
exactly?
Milltown. Prabhuji will post that flyer to you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Keep doing.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna
Thank
Prabhuji.
you, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, continue, Prabhupada. Prabhu.
Yeah, I will just close that with the last verse. We'll just quickly wrap by looking at the verse. So we discuss about so many charitable activities. We can do so many charities of 10 million cows and live in the confluence of Ganga and Yamuna for millions of years and give mountain of gold to Brahmanas. But it doesn't even come close to even 100 part of the merit of derived by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that's why, if you think about it, right, we are born in Kali Yuga, means that we it's considered to be the most fallen age. What was we might have done so many activities that are against the dharma, and so many millions of lifetimes we have taken. So all of us are carrying baggages and baggages of karma from millions of lives. And if we are saying that Krishna is going to take us back home, back to Godhead, he has to give us a process that is very effective, and he does give that. So that is the chanting of the holy name. Why? Because by chanting the holy name, the benefit is immense. Means has the ability to burn off millions and millions of lifetimes of karma. And that's why if we take to the process of chanting, and it is a easy process, then we will be able to go back home, back to Godhead in one lifetime itself. Okay, so anyone who did not get a Bhagavad Gita or a japa bad, or a beat back, please reach out to us. And yeah, like we were discussing, anyone who is interested, if you can message me in WhatsApp your details, then I will get you added. I have all your numbers in the WhatsApp group, but I don't know your name. So if you can just message me your name, so I can save your contact with your number, and I will add you to the other groups that you probably mentioned. Any questions before we close today's session?
Yeah, Prabhuji, I have one question. If someone else is having, let them, I'll ask. Then after that, I will ask someone.
Okay, then what we'll do is we'll stop the recording by saying 3 times Hare Krishna and we'll discuss because it's already 8:40. So all of us will say 3 times Hare Krishna and we'll close and we'll give some time for questions. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. भगवान श्री कृष्ण परमात्मा की जय, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. All glories to Krishna, Hare Krishna. All glories to Vaishnava devotees, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna,
everyone.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you, Hare Krishna.